never dies. For whatever is alive in us is spirit. Our body only serves as an instrument, as a vessel of the Spirit. The Spirit is a living, moving force in us and does not end because the body no longer functions. So the most real aspect of Joyce is her spirit. Can you feel it? I do. She's here. And it's easy to lean on the image that we have had of Joyce through the years. The Joyce we know in her smile, the twinkle in her eye, oh, that hearty laugh that was so infectious. What else do you think of Joyce when you think of her face and her body? Candy! You have to eat a lot of candy this week. Your parents are not going to like me when I say that. Yeah. But this is where Joyce wanted to be now. We're challenged to think of her in her new form. But she's not gone for good. She's not gone forever. But now she's being made new on the other side of life, just beyond the veil. Listen and pay close attention. She might just come to you. Where she is now is where she wanted to be. She's in a place that she learned about when she was walking with her father hand in hand to church, to Sunday school. This is the faith that her beloved father instilled in her. And because of him, especially, he opened her to a peace that she felt when it was time to let go. So I could see her with him walking hand in hand. Now I'm going to say something that's going to shock you. You ready? And a lot of you probably already know this, especially family. She celebrated having cancer. When the doctor told her that she had cancer, she was overjoyed. She said, "Yes, I have cancer!" And the doctor, truly perplexed, said, "Well, don't get too excited. This is not the kind that kills you." And then what did she say? "Oh, no!" Kurt told me that one. Kurt said that she was the only patient that this doctor had who cheered and got excited. Her physical body was done. She was ready to go. She was tired. And as her friend, she told me a while ago she was ready and she was at peace. Can't ask for more than that. She was at peace. Joyce entered the fullness of the spiritual world on the first day of this year, January 1st, 2024. Would she do anything else? Really? Knowing Joyce, would she? The perfect correspondence of new life. And her beloved sister, Pearl, with whom Joyce talked on the phone several times a week. That's a lot. Well, Pearl followed not long after Joyce. Kurt said that Pearl lost the will to live after Joyce left this world, and she passed months later. Joyce was the oldest, just in case you didn't know, and then came Pearl, and then Sylvia, who passed quite a while ago. So all of these characters All of these characters are together again, causing trouble in the spiritual world. They're in a different realm. And we can't touch them. And we can't talk back and forth the way we're used to. So what must we do? What we must do is go deeper. She'll be there in the depths. Go to the place from which she came, to the home where she returns. We are all spiritual beings. At our beginning, we're spiritual right now, even if we don't feel like it. And we're spiritual at the end of our physical life and beyond. And we live because we are children of life itself. No matter what you call that. God, the Lord, the Holy One, the Divine One, life. We live because we're children of life. And it is the Spirit in us which thinks and loves. And it makes us who we are. It's not our body. So therefore, when we die, our spirit lives and passes from this world to a great expanse. We don't know quite what it is. We've read about it. We might have a glimpse or an inkling. So that when we make our passage into the next life, we are welcomed by those who have gone on before us. So, I can imagine that Joyce was welcomed on the other side on January 1st by her beloved daughter, Sherry. She's been waiting for that. And her beloved father, Nils Johann John, who was her rock. Her mother, Anna, her sisters, as I said, Pearl and Sylvia, and other beloveds who have gone on before her. And of course, her husband, John. Now, I'm going to try to say his nickname. It's spelled T-O-O-T. It sounds like toot, but no. It's Foot? Toot. Okay, toot. Oh, like Tootsie, but toots? Yeah. Okay, toot. Okay. So, she talked about, Sherry. Just really couldn't wait to see Sherry. She also talked about very much seeing him again. And so I don't know if she's holding her father and then toot with both hands. I don't know. Sherry, but she's got a lot of love. She's surrounded by a lot of love on the other side. So what lives on with Joyce are the people, you, and the uses that she loved most. I think of her many years of teaching in both public school and at Almont, of course. I think of how she loved to teach children to read. And she's going to be singing a song that fits that. Did she teach you? How many of you, raise your hand, who did she teach in Sunday school here? Wow. Okay. You're the torchbearers. She's living on in you. She loved to teach kids. And she loved to teach kids how to read. And she felt that was most useful. And she loved Swedenborg's writings. And she loved to write. She published 5 Smooth Stones, the Sunday School Activity Newsletter, The Magic Key, Lessons from the Penny Candy Stand. And I think of all of the children and all of us who she taught Bible stories and the precious doctrines of this church, and the life wisdom covered in candy wrappers and coins. She was the original candy lady. And she was very caring and very humble and very generous, and who, like an actress with sparkle, enjoyed focusing on herself. Not in an arrogant way, but she loved her life. That's why. She loved her life. And she even wore out the pages of her book looking at herself. That's my favorite. She worked on improving herself. So she didn't want to be too self-centered, so she'd say to Kurt, "Am I this way?" She would study and explore the Bible, the path of life, regeneration, the movement and the mysteries of divine providence. And she loved receiving and reading her son David's sermons. I actually read them too. Her father gave her such a deep love for the church and for the rich life that it gave her. What a gift. Of course, Joyce's life centered around her children, her family, her grandchildren, and I had to say all children. It really fits. Kurt shared with me that Joyce got very close with Matthew in the last 20 years, and Kurt. Time with joy, with her sons and grandchildren. She says, "I'm so blessed." Yeah, I'm so blessed. So God keeps us woven together forever like a tapestry through the bonds that we have known. And though Joyce has left us here, and we feel that, even though I fully believe that she is alive somewhere else, and she's with us in spirit, we still feel the loss. We still feel that we can't just, usually I see her parked right over here during lectures, right? Somebody's gonna need to be her proxy. But she remains forever connected to us by the invisible cord of love. And this cord is tangible in the human heart. Go to your heart. So I envision that Joyce is happy and peaceful in heaven. Perhaps she might occasionally enjoy a morning cup of heavenly coffee and a heavenly muffin while reading heaven's comics or filling out a spiritual crossword puzzle. Perhaps even she is enjoying some sunshine and blue sky with a little white cloud, and occasionally a pink sky when heavenly moods become somber. So wherever she may be, rest assured, Joyce is happy. And I believe it is in the design of God to give us every opportunity to be happy here and in the great beyond. So let us all know and remember that everyone is born for heaven, and that we are received into heaven when we receive heaven in ourselves. Amen. We have a